Ayan. I think this is much better, no? Um, Welcome to another episode of Midori's Midnight Session Season 4. Yeah. We're recording 2 episodes this week kasi ang daming nangyari, no? Ang daming nangyari. Nakasama ko tong batang to. Mwah! meet my meet my Junaki sa aking kwarto. Si Mang ng BT21. Although yes, nag-face reveal na siya like 2 years ago, I think. Eh, wala ang cute niya pa rin pag nakamas tapos ganito. Parang it was calling to me nung binili ko. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to record 2 episodes is the other big event that happened this week, aside from the Jordan Sem, is right after ako pumunta sa punto ni Iori. If you remember, Iori was my professor who died last year. And it was her death anniversary yesterday. And pumunta ako the day before to light some candles. Tig-isa kami ni Mang. Tig-isa kami and so nanahimik ako doon for like a few moments. Basta until like the candle was small enough to be blown, like pwede kong hipan, patayin. Kasi syempre guys, ayoko naman makos ng fire hazard doon tapos ako lang mag-isa, like ako lang guys mag-isa ka last Wednesday na pumunta doon. And I said to the princess na I was gonna go, pero hindi ko sinabi na eto guys, hindi ko sinabi to anybody na nagpakita siya sa akin na may white butterfly na dumaan bago ako umalis. Parang sabi ko, shit, that's how I know. You know, being her tsundere self. Sabi ko, I see you. Kita, hoy. Wag ka ano-ano sa akin. Di natalab sa akin ng pagiging tsundere mo, be. Marunong akong magaling ako malatis ng tao. Magaling ako malatis ng tao. Anyway. So, after kasi nun, I was strongly considering this for like a few weeks, I guess. Basta, I was literally considering it for weeks on end. Medyo nag-aalangan lang ako kasi I'm not sure if it's not really the reception, it's more of the fallout that's gonna happen. And kasi hearing and seeing actually the potential repercussions if I ever spoke. Kasi ako, honestly, I've already been silenced, you know. Kasi, in fact, ang tagal ko ngang hindi nakukwento. I mean, nakakwento ko siya. But I haven't really taken action, you know. Yun yung pinagkaiba nun. Is, yes, nakakwento ko siya. Yes, I can compartmentalize what I feel about it. But there are times where the emotions are just too strong na hindi mo siya mapigilan. And there are also times na you have to take action. And this is one of those times na hindi... Kasi I remember one particular moment. This was in sophomore year. The very first class namin nun sa kanya. This was one of our profs as well. So, and this was before I stopped. And natatandaan ko, this was first sem, second year. And, guys, nakasuot ako ng duster. Sa bahay at sa kwarto. So, I was in my room And I was wearing something that I was comfortable with, and it was hot. Back then, it was really hot. Kaya nga ako nagsuot ng ganon. And then, online classes yun eh. Online class. Tapos, di nag-introduce si ano. Parang ang sabi niya noon is, wag daw magsuot ng, ng indecent attire ba? I think that was the term, yeah. Indecent attire. But the irony of that is, komportable kasi ako sa damit na yun. And nasa bahay ako, nasa kwarto naman ako. What do you think? Like, alam niyo yung, syempre, yung magano, yung alam niyo yun, parang, my priority is comfort, of course. Like, over decency sa harap ng camera. I could just turn it off, right? But the thing about that is, for like quite the duration ng online class na yun, nakabukas ang camera ko. Pinatay ko lang siya when my professor said boys will be boys. Kasi, as in, na-trigger ako noon. Like, umiyak na-trigger ako to the point na umiiyak ako. Pinatay ko yung camera at minute ko yung mic ko. Yun yung unang ginawa. Then, pangatlo, umalis ako ng meet. Tapos, nag-report. I wouldn't say nag-report ako. I just said to a friend na fellow professor din. I don't know if you could call her a friend, pero I consider one of my closer friends. Closer college friends, I'd say. Like, I don't know, it's just weird na parang lahat ng mga, like, the people that I'm kind of closest to aside from my best friend are my profs. So, they're my teachers. So, 'di ba? So, I messaged her. Sabi ko, Ma'am, si ganito po. Like, I think I said something along the lines of, Ma'am, si ganito po, like, I think your friend said something really, I think your friend just invalidated me. Something along these lines. Tapos sabi ko, parang sinumbong ko ba? Then na yun, nakapag-open up ako sa kanya tungkol sa nangyari sa akin. And then, sige, sabihan ko siya. Pero kasi, like, yun yung last resort ko kasi nga, ang sabi ko nun kay ma'am was, baka hindi niya mabasa. Kasi hindi naman siya, alam niyo yun, parang, di naman yata siya nagbabasa ng message sa hindi niya klase. Something along that line. And then, talagang naiyak ako nung pinatay ko yung mic tsaka yung camera. Naiyak ako. Tapos, I think a few hours later, nagsorry naman siya. Nagsorry naman tong prof ko. Sabi niya, I'm sorry na it came off the wrong way, I think. I'm sorry, pang he was explaining, like, pero di pa rin yung excuse. Pero, parang ganon. It wasn't an excuse on my part. Parang ganon. Sabi ko, ako, sorry, kasi po, parang, sige, nag-overreact ako, ganyan. Pero parang hindi rin. But, why am I telling you this now? Is because that apology was made within a few hours. Yeah. It has been a few hours. Like, in the gap between me messaging him, yeah, it was a guy, and the apology. That only happened in a few hours. In a few hour gap between. Ito guys, mag-iisang taon na hindi pa rin siya nagsusorry. I've already called her out. And you know which episode. Paulit-ulit ko nang sinasabi, it is season 3 episode 7. Pinapanood ko nga ulit kanina eh. Pero ayoko nang balikan. Parang medyo natitrigger din ako. So, I just watched like a portion of it. And then, um, so ito na nga yung nangyari kahapon? No, this was Wednesday. It's already Friday as of recording. So ito yung nangyari nung Wednesday. Pagbalik ko sa Puntod. Pagbalik ko galing doon sa Puntod. It was hard to decide talaga. Pero kasi after the conversation I had with a senior, na mention ko naman na siya sa previous episode, parang, alam niyo yun, parang I had to do something. I already know kasi ang tagal ko nang alam na parang may superiority complex nga. I'm gonna be honest ha, wala akong ano. Like, I'm not gonna filter anything that I say here. This is my podcast, bitch. Cope if you don't like what I'm saying here, okay? Just cope. Yun na nga, parang hindi talaga sila like open to criticism at all. Yes, open sila sa positive comments but not the actual times that they are being called out by people. Unfortunately, that is not the case. I know. Kasi I was victim. I fell victim to that 2 years ago. Like, when I published the Teacher's Day tribute and sabi ko, she's a blabbermouth. And I'm like, that's where the problem lies. Like, it's your mouth. Like, yes, you can blabber all you want. I'm a blabbermouth too. Like, girl, I blabber my mouth a lot. You already see how many episodes this podcast has. Pero minsan yung mga bunganga natin wala ng preno to the point na hindi mo alam na nakakasakit ka na ng tao. Hindi mo nga alam na nasaktan na yung tao. And now that, you know, she's being called out, I don't know. Is she gonna say sorry? Like, I kind of doubt. But here's the thing. Nilapit ko na siya sa dean. Last Wednesday. Yeah. I did one of the most huge fuck ups I will probably ever do in my entire life. I'm scared. I really am. And I asked my therapist to be there as well. At baka mamaya magwala na naman si bakla. Hindi pwede. I'm trying to like prevent all possible bad occurrences na mangyayari. Like, well, one of the things that I really didn't want was a fucking mediation. Like, Kasi naintindihan ko rin yung perspective niya eh. I try to also think about it the other way. Pero kahit ganun, kahit sabihin na natin na na okay, tama nga tong mo. Pero mali pa rin. Like, kahit anong tingin mo, kahit that is still really invalidating to the person, and that is really re-traumatizing. So how can you really understand? Like, the irony is that you knew. That's the most heartbreaking part. Like, I felt so betrayed. Like, my trust was betrayed, y'all. Ang hirap ibalik ng ganon. Na hindi mo mapagkatiwalaan yung tao. Sabi ko sa email ko to Yayoi when I requested a change was, I can't associate myself with someone who just really tried to destroy my well-being. And I'm already not well. Like, girl, don't kick a man when they're down. Please. Just have mercy on my soul. I'm dealing with too much. Alam niyo yun, gusto ko lang naman ng yung utak ko nga hindi pa, like, it has just like bamboozled itself with a lot of really overwhelming memory reprocessing. Tapos, like, it just compounds with the fact na, okay, sige, dagdagan pa natin. Dagdagan natin ang trauma mo, be. Yun yung ayaw ko, guys. Like, going into this, I don't want to be traumatized. Yun yung isa sa mga pinaka ayokong mangyari. Yun na nga sinasabi ko, paulit-ulit. Ang gusto ko lang, guys, ay respeto. Kahit hindi na sa akin. Okay lang kahit di nila ako respetuhin. Ang respeto na lang is just how hard it is to tell that story to anybody. I don't want to delve further into that bullshit, And stop there. That's the boundary already. Like, pag ayaw magkwento na tao, wag mong pilitin. And that's why I admire, like, the people that I met, like, last Monday and Wednesday as well, na hindi na ako pinilit magkwento ng mga bagay na ayaw kong ikwento. Parang ko ba, we stay professional. Pero, still, it is a boundary na ayaw kong magkwento. So, can we stay there? Don't cross the line. Yun lang. Like, if I say that I don't want to talk, stop there. Right? Yun yung boundary eh. And so, yes, I came to the dean. And I talked to her about it. I was fine with it, Kahit na sobrang lamig dun sa loob ng dean's office. Show tabi. Like, naka-jacket na ako, naka-hood na ako and all. Like, I was literally shivering in there. Tapos, alam niyo yun, like, I kind of got to tell the story that, alam niyo yun, hindi ko naman ginusto ikwento, pero sige, go. Para magbigay ba ng context doon sa narrative. Kasi yun naman yung ko eh, that's why I always try to really tell it. It's really to give the context. Kasi malaki ang bagay ng malaki ang role ng sarili kong kwento sa paggagawa ko ng thesis na to. And it's really not just a thesis to me, Hindi siya basta-basta thesis lang. Kasi ang pinagkaiba nito sa lahat ng mga thesis siguro ng ibang mga kasamahan ko sa sa department na to is that it is a lived experience. They have none of that. It's because I lived this. I know this very well. Yun yung pinagkaiba nun eh. Kasi, hindi naman siya basta-basta makikwento mo. Oo, mahirap din siya para sa akin. Like, sabi nga ng prinsesa, it's been getting to me. And it was meant to, you know? It was meant to get to me. Kasi hindi lang naman ito thesis lang. Buhay ko. Buhay ko to eh. Like, ito yung mga bagay na hindi ko nasasabi. Ito yung mga bagay na mahirap ikwento. Na pinipilit kong ikwento kasi they matter. They matter. All of the heartbreaks matter. All of the bullshit matter. You know? And they have to be honored. They have to be respected pa. Respetuhin mo yung kwento ng tao kasi na like you know in your gut and in your heart that it is really hard to tell that kind of story. That a lot of emotions would be brought up pag nakakwento natin yung ganun. For example, if someone dies, right? And you try to recount the memory of that person, doesn't it bring you to tears? It's the same thing, you know? Like, it's the same thing that I go through. Like, when talking about what happened to me, it brings up a lot of emotions in me. And it was meant to. Kasi hindi lang naman ako napunta dito. Like, I didn't do this to just graduate. Like, yes, but I was meant to feel all these kinds of emotions na nalak noon sa ano ko, sa utak ko, 'di ba? And yun lang, I don't ask for much and I just really hope that everything would go smoothly this coming week. I don't know when. I'm scared, yes, and I'm really hoping that they would take some kind of accountability. Gusto ko lang sila mag-sorry. Gusto ko lang sila like, you know, be responsible for what they say and what they think and what they do. Kasi hindi lang naman sila professor lang na may titulo ganyan. They are teachers. They are mentors. So, they gotta act like one. And that ends this week's episode of Minderies Midnight Sessions. I'll see you next time.